Hey everyone, this is Anna from Exit Eden, and you're listening to the Brutally Delicious Podcast.
One, two, three, four. The Brutally Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Where are you located?
I'm in Germany, nearby
Oh, nice.
Stuttgart, if you know that.
I know. I've never been to Europe, so I need to get there someday, but I've not been.
You should. That would be amazing.
Yeah. I've always wanted to
Where?
go to those festivals over the summer, so maybe one year I get over there.
Yeah, I think that's really worth it. There's so many cool things. You can also go to Czech Republic. They have a bunch of really nice festivals. So you can do
Really?
the Europe
Right.
metal holidays.
Yeah, some of these days, one of these days I'll be able to do it. Anyway, thanks for taking the time on short notice. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. No worries. Where are
Let's
you exactly?
I am in Richmond, Virginia, so about an hour south of DC
Nice.
on the
Okay.
East Coast. Yeah. It's nice. It's cold here, but it's probably really bad over there, right?
Yeah, it's been like the last few days. It's like my 6 or 7 degrees. I'm like, what the fuck? I thought
Yeah.
winter was over now.
Anyways, let's talk about Exit to Eden or Exit Eden. Um,
Yeah.
now that is it Femmes Fatales?
Well, yeah, it's actually French, and the French are weird. No, um,
Right.
they like to not pronounce some things of their words. So it's femme fatale, even though it's like written with an
Okay.
ELLS.
So now that it's complete and ready to be released, how do you feel about it? And are you satisfied with the outcome?
Yes, I mean, it's been so long that that we released the first record and also that we actually have been working on this second record. So I remember when the first single Run was released the night before, I wrote the girls on WhatsApp. It was like, girls, I can't believe that this is actually happening because it just seemed so unreal, because all this time has passed. But now it's out. There's two singles released already. The next one's coming tomorrow. And yeah, we're super, super excited about how the people like the whole record, the covers, the original song. It's really super exciting.
So the response I was going to ask you, that was the next question. The response has been pretty good.
Yes, well, for the first singles, definitely. We came out with the song Run, which was the first original song ever, and had the feature of with Marco Hietala, who was singing with Nightwish or playing bass with Nightwish
Right.
back in the day. And that was super exciting to have this feature with this icon. And people really, really loved that. And the second song was our first cover to release with this record, separate ways, and the reactions were really, really good too. So yeah, it's staying up there now. We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
What was the reason? And I'm sure some of it was pandemic related, but what was the reason to wait? What is it? 2017 was the first record?
Yes, exactly. Well, yeah, there were many reasons adding up together. So first big reason was actually that we had like a label change. We were with a different label for the first record. Napalm was only responsible for the international and not for the distribution in Germany.
Right.
So this was the first change to have a different label being in charge. So we had this period of not knowing whether there will be a label interested, in Exit Eden. And then when this decision was made that Napalm wants to do this record with us, that was the first this first
Right.
relievedness of yes, it's gonna happen. And then we actually started on working on original songs in 2020, and that was when COVID kind of, put his foot into our planning and into our,
Right.
yeah, timelines. And then I don't know, time
And
just
yeah.
flew by.
Yeah. How do you guys? I know it's only 6 years, and I said just what went and said. What have you been doing for that long? But you guys also have successful other careers. So how do you even find the time to do all of that?
Yeah, it takes lots of like calendars and lots of really being on point or organized. But since we all love Exit Eden so much, and it's kind of, it's kind of a contrast, it's a different thing than our original own bands we are working in as well.
Right.
So sometimes we just looking forward to just getting together, seeing the girls, being able to sit in a hotel and just chatting for like 3 hours before a
Right.
photo or a video shoot. So it's our personal desire to do this, and everything works if you're really fighting for it.
Right. So when you guys are writing, then are you guys all writing together, like a collective effort, or is it more the efforts of one particular member?
It was more also since this was in 2020 and we had lockdowns and we had didn't have the real opportunity to just get together in the studio and go for it. It was more of everyone was kind of doing their own thing at home on their computers.
Right.
So Marina had a few ideas she was able to contribute. I did lots, I worked lots with our music producer together with Hannes Braun. So we're really, yeah, we work a lot also for other bands. So this is a good connection we have. So we were able to work face to face and work on ideas and just pass around our ideas. And yeah, because we didn't really know where this journey would take us. It was
Right.
the first time writing original songs for Exit Eden, and it was exciting.
So if I'm gathering, then most of these songs were written during the pandemic.
Most of them, I think so, exactly. I think some of them came later, but most of the originals were during that time. Yeah.
So do you go back and listen to them and think like, holy shit, I was in a weird place at that moment because we were all in some weird fucked up world, right? It has
Yeah.
to have seeped into the music somewhere.
Absolutely. It actually did. And it really fits this symphonic metal too, because symphonic metal to me is also kind of lonely, kind of lonesome, not really knowing what's going on, how the world is treating me. And that really, yeah, maybe that even helped the songwriting process.
So I imagine then if those were written so many years ago, you've already started writing new stuff.
Yes, but not for Exit Eden. So there's many like ideas that were like, maybe not for this record. So there's some like on stock that didn't make it on the first album for Exit Eden. So there would be material to work on for following albums. But I think, yeah, we also, I mean, I started my band League of Distortion during COVID. So I had lots of personal topics I put into
Right.
songwriting for that. And yeah, there was lots other things that were able
Sure.
to be released and also are going to be released in 2024. Yeah.
Okay. So when you sit down and write, then do you sit down and specifically say, I'm going to sit down and write for Exit Eden, or do you write for League of Distortions, or do you just sit down and write a song and then say, well, that can go here and that's more along this project? How does that work?
It does, like the initial idea is usually for one project because they have a different approach. They have different wording, maybe even different like uh musical material. Like sometimes I actually do have ideas when I go for walks. Sometimes I just have a melody and I'd be like, oh, it just sounds like Exit Eden already.
Right.
Or it's a rough slogan that I'm like, oh, this is gonna be something for League of Distortion because this slogan would not fit Exit Eden at all.
Right.
Yeah. So this is it gets sorted out in my crazy mind before it kind of gets laid down for recording or put down to paper.
All right. I'm going to hang on 1 second because the joys of recording from home is there's an Amazon guy at the door. As soon as he's gone, the dogs will stop barking. Hang on 1 second for me.
Yes, of course.
All right, they may have stopped. I'm going to edit that all out, but um, shoot, I
Who
lost
let
my
the dogs out?
I got the whole office here and it's all good to go, but then the Amazon guy shows up and it sucks.
I know that.
Where the heck was I? We're talking about
um,
two different writing for two different bands. And
exactly.
oh, I know what I was going to ask you. So if you're writing, when you're writing Exit Eden, are you writing with a takeaway in mind for your fans, like something you want them to walk away from after listening to it, or are you writing the song and then, just for the song's sake?
To be honest, I can never, it's very hard to me to not have a message in my songs or lyrics. So even if I write for other bands, it's always something. For me, music gives a lot to people, and I have this gift of sharing, of having many people listening to me or the music or the
Right.
lyrics I write for other bands. So there's mostly an empowerment, uplifting, and it's gonna be all right. You'll make it in different words, in words fitting to those projects I write for.
Right.
So they're almost never just like, I mean, they can also be like random happy party songs, of course, but
Sure.
that's an uplifting thing too. So
Absolutely. And there's a need for that as well. They don't all have to be hard thinkers.
exactly, exactly.
So I'm going to ask you a question. I don't know if it applies, but I think it probably does. What's it like being an all woman band in a mostly male dominated business? I mean, I think it's starting to change for the better, I guess,
Yes.
but I don't think it's there yet. Do you guys still run into a ton of either misconceptions or troubles?
Yeah, I mean, it is getting somewhere. And I think for me, Exit Eden is also a statement. Women can work together, they can be friends, they can work on this project. It's not about competition or anything. We really encourage and empower each other. This is like the one big statement I just feel with Exit Eden. Um, it actually, I really do see at many parts that it's like you really have to fight for your opinion and that it's true and that you're not just the singer just singing, recording something. But yes, I'm also a songwriter. I'm also doing my pre-productions. I can talk with the guys about things, and I'm not just like, oh yeah, you can do the background vocals or something like
Right.
that.
So it has gotten a bit better then over the
It
years.
has gotten definitely better, but it's still the prejudice is still in the back of many people's minds.
Yeah, that sucks, but at least it's getting better and hopefully. But I think also, and maybe you can correct me, it might be a little bit better in the metal world, right? Because I think the metal community is very inclusive of age, sex, whoever you sleep with, whatever. I think they
Absolutely.
really don't care if the riff is good.
Yeah, I don't. I hope that's not the case. That they don't care about the riffs because we put so much energy in the
No, no, no.
riff.
I'm saying they only if the what I'm saying is like so they care like the riff is good and it's good music, not
Ah,
that it's female fronted or any of that sort of thing or a gay person fronting it because nobody really cares. I don't think,
yes,
at least in the metal world, but on the
absolutely.
grand scheme they might.
Absolutely. But that's the wonderful thing about the metal world to me. It really, for me, it really doesn't matter. Also with League of Distortion, it's for everyone. We want everybody to feel welcome. And in this community, the people are open-minded. I mean, you can
Yes,
go to a concert with I don't know, young child who's enjoying it, but also his grandpa being there with him.
yes.
And
I would,
also the women in metal, I've experienced it this way that it's not like, oh, get out of my way. It is empowering together. We're like, yeah, we need to stand together because this is so important. And it's really, I've felt really welcomed in the
that's
metal
great.
scene.
You just mentioned the multi generational thing, and I was just talking to Vorf from Samael a little bit ago, and we were
Nice.
talking about they're releasing like their 25th anniversary of their second record or whatever, and we were talking about like 25 years. A metal show now for Samael is three, four different generations, right? I'm going bringing my kids, and now my kids are even bringing them, and I don't think you see that in many other genres of music.
No, absolutely. And also, I love that the people are really, the metal fans, the metal heads, they seem to be interested in us artists. with Exit Eden not having anything going on, and people were still coming to concerts and asking, to League of Distortion concerts and asking, what about Exit Eden,
Right.
And I think in the pop world, it's so quick. You have a hit. I mean, it's not quick to have a hit, but I
Right.
mean, once you got one, you can be off the picture so quickly.
Right.
I mean, if you're not like Taylor Swift or someone who's like
Right.
really,
Sure.
really there. But that's what I love about the metal scene. They're there. Once they like you, they're there. They'll support you. They're by your side, even if nothing happens for
And
years.
tons of word of mouth, right? That's what we all love in the metal world. We're constantly going, hey, did you check out this band? Hey, what about this band?
Absolutely. Yes,
There's nothing
exactly.
like that at all. What do you guys
Yeah.
have planned live?
Oh, that's the only really hard topic to talk about because
Right.
we really have to see where this is going. Um, since we've been gone so long and planning a tour, it's like where would we tour? Germany, Europe, US? It's like
Right.
we really don't know. And also exactly, and also from label side, this is more on them. There's their decision if they want to send us on tour. And of course, from their side, is it worth it? How are we going to present Exit Eden? How much money do we have to put in to
Right.
this project? And will it be worth it? If it were like a band, like League of Distortion, we just scratch our money together and go on tour.
Right. Jump in a van and go.
Exactly. But we don't, I mean, obviously we don't want this for Exit Eden. We want it to be big. We want the people to have the show of their lives.
Right. Have it done
And
right.
exactly, we want to have it done right. And we'll see how the reactions are to the album. And I hope so much that it's going to happen.
That'd be great. I'd love to see you guys over in the States.
Me too.
So then what's next for you guys? I know you got the release coming up. What's next?
Good question. Well, we have, there will be one more single released with a video after release. And it's actually an exciting one. I can't share too much about it, but I'm really curious to see. The music video was super fun too. We kind of, I don't know, we're a little bit over the top. We're a little bit risky, but I think the metal heads are open-minded and they'll
Oh,
understand
yeah.
our joy.
Absolutely.
So yeah, we'll see how people like that. And it's just, for me, it's just, on the one hand, this record has been done for quite a long time. So for me, it's like nothing really new. We just finished it or something.
Right.
But still, these songs haven't been heard from so many people.
Right.
And I'm so curious to know how they like our cover versions, how they like our original songs, if it's something people really love to listen over and over again, or, how the reactions will be.
You find yourself nervous as you get ready?
I think I'm kind of past that point.
Right.
Really, because we started in 2020 and then it was like, oh my gosh, these songs are so new. And then now it's like, I have to remind myself that these songs aren't out there yet because I have them on my phone since I don't know how long.
Right. Right.
So the nervousness has kind of went away, but still I'm really, really glad about good reactions,
Sure.
seeing people like it. And yeah.
So along those same lines, and how much brain space or yeah, I guess brain space do you give to the people who don't like it or the keyboard warriors? Do you pay any attention to that? Or does that go right out the window?
I wish it did. I try, but it's just so natural for some reason that you
Right.
read 10 or 20 or 30 good comments and one person says, I don't even remember, but right now,
Whatever.
but it's like there's
Right.
one negative comment and you're like, that kind of hurts, you
Right.
know? Yeah.
But again, I mean, it's tough because everybody's got a keyboard in front of them and you're so anonymous that you could just say whatever you want. But I was just curious because I know I get them for the show as well and everything we do. And in the beginning, I may have been, paid some attention to it. Most of the time, it just goes, in
Yeah.
one ear and out the other. And, there's plenty of other things for you to go listen to. So go do that.
Exactly. And I think I mean, people should be able to have their own opinion. I mean, it's totally fine if someone
Sure.
says, I don't like this style. Well, that's totally fine.
Right.
And I tell this myself too. I mean, if it's not like a really mean, stupid comment, but it's just something like, oh, don't think this cover choice is original. Okay, good. That's your opinion.
Right.
But still, we did a great job, in my opinion, of
Right.
covering
At
the
the end of the day,
song.
you're happy with it,
So,
and that's all that matters, right?
yes, exactly.
I mean, I guess you hope that translates to the fans, but if it doesn't, it's still what you wanted to create,
Yeah,
which is what art is.
exactly. Exactly. And I think that people notice if it had like heart and sweat and something you really worked on. I think there's enough people that notice and appreciate this.
Yeah, absolutely. And it makes it seem more organic and real as well. So I agree 100%.
Yeah, yeah, true.
So if fans want to find Exit to Eat or Exit Eden, can you go ahead and I keep saying Exit 2, but just part of my vocabulary that's
Yes, it's
burned into my brain. If fans want to find Exit
dramatically.
Eden, I'm sure I'm not the only person, right?
No.
If fans want to find Exit Eden, where do they find you guys on the web?
Well, I mean, you can find us at the Napalm store. That's where you get everything, the new record, we have a really nice vinyl. We have a pretty cool earbook that's kind of something you can like, all the pages, pictures from the photo shoot and really artistic stuff about our album, Femme Fatale.
Mhm.
That's where you'll definitely find something. You can go follow us on Instagram and Facebook, Exit Eden Music. And of course, go listen to us on Spotify and check out the songs from the first record if you don't know them yet, and definitely the new songs that are coming up very soon.
Awesome. Thank you.